Good morning students, I welcome you all for the online class of economics. Today we will be going to learn the topic why should MC be rising at the point of equilibrium. It means today's topic we will be going to discuss some of the important questions related to the previous topics. Okay, so let us continue with why should MC be rising at the point of equilibrium, or equilibrium is never struck in a situation of falling MC. Why? Falling MC means that the cost of producing an additional unit of output tends to reduce in a situation when price is constant as under perfect competition. This would mean a situation where the difference between firm's total revenue and total variable cost, note that total variable cost equals to sum of MC, tends to increase. This means a situation when firm's gross profit total variable cost tends to rise. Why should a firm not increase output when its gross profits are rising? Certainly it will, therefore, because it is only when MC is rising that the firm will find its equilibrium output. What happens if the firm increases its output even when MR equals to MC? Marginal revenue equals to marginal cost. In that situation, what the firm will be doing? Whether they will be increases its output? The answer is, in a situation when marginal revenue equals to marginal cost means average revenue equals to average cost, any increase in output would means marginal cost greater than marginal revenue. In this situation, when your cost is increasing for the enterprises, definitely they will not increase the output. This is because MR is assumed to be constant as under perfect competition, because in perfect competition prices prevails are constant. And at the point of equilibrium, marginal cost is rising. It would be a situation when the difference between total revenue, that is sum of marginal revenue, and total variable cost, that is sum of marginal cost, tends to reduce, or that the firm's gross profit will be reducing. So definitely in this, firm will not increase its output. Using marginal revenue and marginal cost approach, find out the level of output at which the producer is in equilibrium. Give reasons for your answer. Output prices, total cost is given. Output units is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Price is also given 10, 10 and total cost is given there. So let us assume and move to the students or you see a marginal revenue and marginal cost approach. If you have noted down this question, we can proceed with the solutions of the question. Output units, you can see 1, 2, 3 and so on up to 6 it is given. Price rupees, it is given 10, 10 and constant. Total cost is also given, students. So let us go with this particular topic. Output units, it is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Price is given 10 constant. Total cost is given 11, 21, 30, 38. Total cost is given. After that we have to calculate total revenue, marginal revenue and total cost. Total revenue, from there marginal revenue can be calculated, but marginal cost, it is the subtraction of marginal. So let us continue with the particular topic, total revenue, how it is calculated. 1 into 10, how much total revenue has marginal revenue equals to total cost of the product, that is price plus the profit which is included. So 1 into 10, it is 10, 2 into 10, 20, 3 into 10, 30, 4 into 10, 40. Are you getting what I said? Total revenue equals to price into output. So it is coming like the 1 into 10, 4 into 10, 40, 5 into 10, 50, 6 into 10, 60. So this way it has been generated. Marginal revenue and marginal cost, how it is generated? Total revenue is the sum is equals to sum of MR. So here MR, if we will deduct one by one, we will get the MR. Okay, TR we will read up step by step. So first unit is 10, so it will be 10. The next unit 20 minus 10, 10, 30 minus 20, 10, 40 minus 30, 10, 50 minus 40, 10, 60 minus 50, 10. So how MR is generated? By deducting the TR one by one step. Marginal cost. Marginal cost, how we are getting? The total cost we got, subtract each total cost as MR we got now from total revenue. Same way from total cost we will get the marginal cost. How much cost is increasing? 1 unit. So okay, so it is first unit, it is 11 only. Second unit 21 minus 11, it will be 10. 30 minus 21, 9. 38 minus 38, 48 minus 38, 10. 59 minus 48, 11. So these students we got the marginal cost. Profit equals to total revenue minus total cost. What is the formula of profit? Total revenue minus total cost. So how we are getting the total revenue? We got the total revenue and marginal total cost we calculated. Let us calculate the profit. Here minus 1. How I am saying total cost and total revenue we will take and we will subtract step by step. So we will get the profit. So 11 minus 10 minus 11 minus 1, 20 minus 21 minus 1, 30 minus 30 0, 40 minus 38 2, 50 minus 48 2, 60 minus 59 1. So these are the ways, students, how we are getting the marginal revenue. So this question must be practiced by you in your copy so that the clear concept of marginal revenue, marginal cost as well as profit from the total cost and total revenue can be determined by you easily. If you will practice this question properly, it will be helpful for you for solving backside exercise questions. So the producer is in equilibrium which state? Where state? It is the fifth unit of output. Why fifth unit only? Because here the total revenue is maximum than the total cost. If you now you will be saying why it is maximum in this line only, not in the fourth unit. Because at output level, second and fifth unit both marginal revenue and marginal cost are equal. Okay, marginal revenue and marginal cost are equal. You can see what we are talking why in the fifth unit only. Because marginal cost and marginal revenue is equal in both second and fifth unit. Then fifth unit only why? Because in second unit we are having a loss. Fifth unit we are having a profit. And where the MR equals to MC, there only the producer will get equilibrium. But it must have some profit, because if it is loss, then it will not consider as producer's equilibrium. So at that level, producer will get equilibrium where marginal revenue equals to marginal cost as well as producer will get the profit. Then only they will be getting the producer's equilibrium. So instead of second unit, fifth unit, we are gaining the profit, which is equal to 10 in both the case, but the producer is in equilibrium at fifth unit only where profit is maximum, equals to 2. Profit is maximized only when MR equals to MC and MC is rising. Okay. Now next question for today's topic. When price is constant for a firm as under perfect competition, a producer equilibrium is struck only when commodity price coincides with marginal cost and marginal cost is rising. Do you agree? The answer is yes, it is true. In a situation when price is constant, average revenue equals to average cost, marginal revenue. So that conditions of producer's equilibrium may be written as price equals to marginal cost and MC is rising. Do all firms always maximize their profit? The answer is no. Definitely it is not possible in this perfect competition market and the monopoly and monopolistic market. It is not easy for the firms to maximize their profit. Profit maximization is only a goal which attainment is needed time. A firm may or may not achieve. After all, there are firms which close down owing to their mounting losses. However, a notable point in this context is that a firm may suffer losses and yet continues to survive in the market. It does not suspend its production activity. Yes, this happens in the situation short period. Because in the short period, a firm is confronted with two sets of costs, fixed cost and variable cost. Fixed cost is incurred even when output is zero. A firm has to bear the loss of fixed cost even when production is stopped. Accordingly, a firm may decide to continue production so long as variable costs are covered. Thus, production may continue so long as total revenue greater than or equals to total variable cost, even when the producer is in losses as he is not covering his fixed cost. Of course, in the long period when all costs are variable costs, a firm will undertake production only when all costs are covered. Otherwise, it will quit the industries. So this was the particular chapter, producers equilibrium. Students, I hope you have understood. In this situation, if you want to know once again, do all the firms, as the students are excited to know that when the business is done only for maximize profit and profit is attained anytime and maximized. So the answer is not so easy that we are not able to achieve the maximum. We cannot maximize the profit simply. No, profit maximization is only a goal. A firm may or may not achieve this. After all, there are firms which close down owing to the mounting losses. Mounting losses means a situation when there are continuous year losses and it is a debt for a company. How in the debt situation the company can survive with production of output. So there they will be getting the loss. And in that situation, they will close down their business. However, a notable point in this context is that a firm may suffer losses and yet continue to survive in the market. It does not suspend its production activity. Yes, this happens in the short period because in the short period, a firm is confronted with two sets of costs. That very first is fixed cost and second is variable cost. Fixed cost is incurred even when output is zero. A firm has to bear the loss of fixed cost even when production is stopped. Accordingly, a firm may decide to continue production as well as variable costs are covered. Okay, so this was the producer equilibrium. One note is given: producer equilibrium when price AR is not constant, average revenue is not constant. What happens? When price is not constant, a firm can generally sell more of a commodity by lowering its price, implying that average revenue curve slows downward. In such a situation, marginal revenue curve also slows downward and at a fast rate faster than average revenue. Even in such situations, equilibrium of a firm is struck when two commodities are satisfied. Marginal revenue equals to marginal cost and marginal cost is rising. Both at points Q and Q dash, MR equals to MC, but at point Q, MC is falling. It is only at point Q that MR equals to MC and MC is rising. Accordingly, a firm will strike its equilibrium only at the point number Q. So this is the particular general term, students, when a firm can gain profit. So this was the chapter producers equilibrium. Any doubt to anyone can ask. And start solving the backside exercises. The key elements which is given at the last of the chapter, it is very important. Just go through. Like for example, producer's equilibrium, it means a situation of profit maximization. And in the last topic we have learned it is not possible for every businessman. Two necessary conditions of producer equilibrium are marginal revenue equals to marginal cost and marginal cost is rising. Profits are maximized only when MR equals to MC, not when MR greater than MC or when MR less than MC. Under perfect competition, price AR equals to MR. Accordingly, profits are maximized only when price equals to marginal cost, not when price less than marginal cost or when price greater than marginal cost. Profits are estimated as the difference between total revenue and total cost, or the difference between total revenue and total variable cost. Gross profits equals to total revenue minus total variable cost. Net profit equals to total revenue minus total cost. Under perfect competition, equilibrium is never struck when a marginal cost is falling, because given AR, falling MC increases the difference between TR and TVC. Profit maximization is a goal. It may not be achieved by all the firms at all the time. Some firms run into losses and may quit the market. However, quitting is impossible only in the long run. So this was the chapter producer equilibrium and the key elements has been discussed with us. So be practice and learn this chapter properly. Thank you for today's class. Have a nice day.